Hey everybody, it's me and or Spencer.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, right, exactly. Yeah, and so forth. Now we look even smarter. That was great. We're the greatest. Yeah,
We showed that for no reason.
that's right. So today's round four, and possibly coincidentally, the top two rated players are playing in each event.
Yes.
Wesley's white against Fabi, and Carissa's white against Irina. Hooray!
I think Carissa's really going to try to win, but probably not Wesley.
Right, Wesley's game is going to be a pretty quick draw, and yeah, Carissa Irina is going to be a 12-hour slugfest.
But yeah, when you're like a young kid and you're playing like the old best player, you sort of want to show him, it's our turn now.
Speaking of old, today, as you know, that means he probably doesn't know. You might know. It's Wesley's birthday today.
Oh, I didn't know
Do you know
that.
how old? Guess how old he is.
I'm going to go with 79.
What? No, but a real guess.
I don't know.
What do you think?
28.
Yes. 28 is correct. Also, as you all know, except almost none of you know, today is National Chess Day. And this day is the second Saturday of every October. And it was started by President Gerald Ford in October of 1976. So today is National Chess Day. We're having a chess tournament here at the club. We have 32 players. Also of note, tomorrow is a rest day in the U.S. Championship, so there's no coverage because there's no round. So everybody looking for round 5 tomorrow, you won't find it on any website. Boo, etc. There's 2 rest days in the tournament. Tomorrow's the first one, etc. This round starts in about 7 minutes. Let's give you tell you what's going on.
Right.
Wesley's white against Fabi. And then I guess these are the 3rd and 4th highest rated players. Yeah.
Seems about right.
Lenny is black against Shankland. Robson and Zhang are probably.
Well, Zhang's 5th, highest rated.
I think these are the next two.
Next two, yeah.
What?
Sounds about right, yeah. It has to
Wow,
be.
and these are the 5th and 6th rated. Karen,
Crazy.
in the championship, the top 2 were playing in rating. The next 2 were playing by rating, and the next 2 were playing by rating.
Oh.
What? What's going on here? Robson Xiang. Xiang having the worst tournament of his life.
Yeah.
Then we have the 2 S's, 2 of the many S's. Schwirtz is black against Sevian. Schwirtz won yesterday in 1,000 moves against Naroditsky.
Yeah.
And Sevian won against Jeffrey Xiang. And Sevian is tied for first, as you expected.
Except for one thing.
Yeah. Naroditsky's white against Lenderman. Naroditsky's played 3 games, as has everybody, and all 3 games were won by white, and now he's white. Lenderman is tied for first also. He hasn't lost yet, although maybe he has 3 draws and I'm wrong. Could be wrong about that. 1,000 centidues. Thanks, Council of Rooks.
Nice.
Now I'm starting to think that Lenderman didn't win a game, and he has 3 draws.
I don't remember him winning.
Yeah, he has 3 draws. Yeah, Nazi Pakidze tweeted today, like, am I going to draw all of my games? No, because she has 3 draws also. And the 2 Bs are playing. So we have 2 S's playing, 2 Bs playing, and then we have 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, 5 versus 6. So I guess it's the Illuminati or something.
It's probably because it's National Chess Day.
That must be why. Yeah, Burke against Bruzon. Bruzon has all draws, and Burke has, I believe, a win, a loss, and a draw. That's how you do it. He's got all three.
Hey, why does it say John M. Burke? It's just his middle initial.
Probably. Yeah.
Still, it's a little weird just to put the middle initial.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruzon has a lot of names. Yeah. I don't
Okay,
know.
but he has 2 last names. I mean,
That's
how it is.
I didn't do it. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Yeah.
M is for master.
Obviously, they have a monkey working the spotlight.
For your mother.
Well,
that was good.
Well, Doris Burke has only been heard of by less than 1% of the chat, so no. Doris Burke is an NBA analyst.
I never heard of that person.
Right, nobody's heard of Doris Burke. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the women. Yip is white against Crush. And then Nemtsova, who is in clear first, has black against Pakidze, who has all draws. Zatonsky's white against Megan Lee. Zatonsky's tied for last. Boo, boo. And then Sharevich is white against Tokionova. Tatev is black against Sabina, and Shritha Swaran is white against Talia. I think Talia has 2 out of 3 and is tied for second.
Yeah, definitely. Go Talia.
Etc. Yeah. Anyway, the key matchups are obviously, frankly, Fabiano black against Wesley and Crush black against Yip.
We got a little time. You want to make some predictions on the games here?
Sure. Okay, let's do the women's.
All right.
I predict Yip wins.
All right, I'll say draw.
Okay. And I predict draw.
Draw.
Zatansky.
White wins, yeah. Black wins.
It was either black wins or draw, so I'll say draw.
This is a tough one. I'll say draw.
Okay, I'll say Tatev wins. And this one I'll say draw.
I'm going to say white wins. Even though I'm sort of rooting for Talia, I still think white will win.
100% draw.
Yeah.
And then this will be a draw.
Yep.
That's only 90%. I guess Ray's going to win.
I'll say draw.
Okay. And then this will be a draw.
Draw for sure, yeah.
And then I'm going to go with Lenderman.
I'll say Daniel will win this.
Okay, so this is our only disagreement.
Contention, yeah.
And I got draw.
I'll say black wins.
Yeah.
I think Bruzon's playing pretty well.
Burke's not as bad as he plays.
Yeah, but he got beat pretty bad,
Right,
and he's
but he's
probably
white.
feeling bad. And Bruzon's classy guy. He's a classy guy.
Yeah, unlike the people at chess.com. Okay, so Hype Train is at level 2. Thanks, Blaze. Blaze it if you got it. Thanks for subbing and so forth.
Did Danya win everything yet? Almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. White won every game. If he had white in every game, then yes, but he only had white in one game. Yeah. Yes, we are brothers. Yeah. We were in the movie Two Brothers. It's Two Brothers.
Two brothers.
Yeah.
Tomato Armada.
If I wasn't, 22 years older than Spencer, I'd be his brother. Although I could be. It's a live stream.
Hey, it's good to make Rick and Morty jokes when I've got the shirt, the Rick and Morty shirt, so people will understand.
Yeah, then they won't be shirt out of luck.
Exactly.
Hooray. Go, Spencer. All right, so let's get back to the real games, because they're terrible. All right. So we're going to see a lot of draws in the championship. And in the women's, I think we'll see half wins and half draws. But we both think Lenderman Naroditsky's going to be decisive. You just think Naroditsky's going to win because he's white.
Yeah, I only picked one black win, and it was the lowest rated player with white in the... I usually don't think black will win.
Right. No, but Burke is better than he just played bad yesterday. Terrible. He didn't play bad 2 games in a row.
He could.
Terrible.
It's tough. I mean, he doesn't play super strong players game after game, I mean, maybe a little bit, but not at this level.
Yeah.
So. He's got a lot to prove. I
All right,
say.
so this guy asked you a question that you'll remember and I won't. What are the only 2 things Ruben says at the start of Anatomy Park?
Okay. He says something like Vietnam or like a war.
Yeah.
That's one thing he says. It's something like Vietnam or Nam.
No, Crush has drawn her last 2 games. All right, the Hype Train
Can't
didn't
remember.
do very well.
But he says something about Nam or like the Gulf War or something. That's the only thing I can remember. It's not quite there.
So that's funny when it says Stephanie from Lazy Town.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either, but the reason it's funny is I was watching Curb.
Pearl Harbor in Korea. I was close.
Yeah, and
I was close.
they were talking about the Lazy Susan on the table because he wanted to get some food. And this woman was really upset. She says, "Don't say Lazy Susan. It's sexist and racist." And everybody's like, "What?"
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't call
I
it
do
a lazy
remember
Susan.
that, yeah.
So then that was the one with John Hamm where he's playing a role similar to Larry David, so he's following him around.
Yeah,
Like
I remember
so
that.
they both take turns like calling it like ambidextrous Susan, and they just start they both do that. And then his girlfriend kicks them out.
Yeah,
He always gets
that was
kicked out of
good.
stuff.
He
Larry
gets
David's
kicked out all the
he's
time.
always getting kicked out. Yeah.
Yeah, I hardly ever get kicked out of places. But for Larry, there's this great scene I have to tell you. I can't say any of it on the stream, but just remind me after the stream. I have to talk to you about it. It's so funny.
Which from Curb?
Yeah. It's with Julia Louis Dreyfus. Yeah, that was so funny. Mm-hmm. When did Spencer get kicked out somewhere? I have been kicked out of places. Like when I was a kid. I was a bad kid, you know, so I got kicked out of a place or two. But I was like 10 or so.
You got kicked out of a house once and I picked you up.
Did I? Mm-hmm. I don't really remember that.
Yeah, you do.
No. Mm-hmm. How old was I?
In St. Louis, you were dating somebody.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's right. Mm-hmm. I thought you meant like when I was a kid at a sleepover or something.
Nah, you would never get kicked out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when Larry David gets kicked out of places.
Yeah, it is relatable.
All right, the round should have started, but it didn't because they have to like bang the gong or something and make announcements.
Get it on.
They have to say tomorrow's a rest day, so make sure you do this and that and don't rest.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if they got moves for any of the.
Yeah, come on, you guys. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they started playing 1 or 2 moves.
Savian versus Swiertz. C4. Now Swiertz will go into the tank.
Yeah.
Naroditsky Lenderman. Burke. Bruzan should play E5 because he always does.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oop, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're figuring out whose move it is, so that is important.
It's funny. Spencer's sitting on that side, and I thought he was going to sit on the other side because I didn't realize what would be happening. That's why I did that. I did it so that it would be above you.
Dang.
So I'll just change it. Yeah, I did it on purpose because I wanted it to be, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and then we're not where we, you know. Then I got confused.
What? I don't get NM Spencer Finegold?
You do, but I forgot.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, you were NM Spencer Finegold. Lost your title.
There it is.
All right, there we go. Now everything's fixed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a
Rui, probably Berlin, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, it's Wesley and Fabi.
Well, this shows Wesley's trying to win.
They haven't agreed to a draw yet.
If he played 1 E4, I think it would be like for a draw. So Wesley's like at least gonna try to get some chances to win.
Doesn't sound like Wesley.
Right. I guess if nothing happens, he won't press it.
Mm-hmm. And Shanklin played the London against Dominguez.
Oh, Karen's favorite. Mm-hmm. She's in the chat too about it.
The Real Grando. Is that like Granda Zuniga? Subscribed. Yeah.
Thanks, Grando. Mm-hmm. This is how I like to play against the London. Just like a Queen's Gambit.
They play knight here now?
No, you don't need to because he played E6 instead of knight C6, so it doesn't matter. You can do anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's look at the women.
All right, advanced Caro.
The Crush played the Caro instead of the Sicilian.
Weird. Mm-hmm. Does she play the Caro? I don't remember her ever playing.
Not normal.
Not that I'm following her career, but just don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got Nazi versus Nemkova, and Nazi played Queen D3.
Wow.
Very unusual.
No, it's going to be a think. I mean, DC's got to be the move, but it'll still be a think.
Right, yeah, she'll think forever. We'll come back here in an hour and see if Black moved.
This is good transpose to the other game.
That's right, yeah. Well, but Black played E6,
yeah.
so yeah. Take, and now Megan Lee's like, what is this? So I used to play Bishop F5 here, and I think Matt Larson advocates for Bishop G4.
Oh, Bishop G4?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the main move. Yeah. These are the main moves. This is not good that Megan's thinking. I mean, what? Play the Slav. You face this all the time.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Bishop F5.
Right.
So she's just pausing for reflection.
I've had white and black in this position, but not both. When E4 happens, there's Petrovs and there's Berlins and there's repetitions that are drawn. But Wesley played D4, which means he doesn't want to allow like drawing variations and repetitions, which means he's playing for a win. But I don't believe it. I've never seen Wesley play for a win. Never.
Wesley specifically plays really solid with white with E4.
In a tournament where there's like 4 good players and 8 players who aren't as good, Wesley's not going to play against the top players. He wants to play the weaker guys. Okay, G3. So this is the main line of the bishop f5 Slav.
Yeah, I had this with white, but I played, queen c2. But I've had this position with white with queen c2 instead of queen b3. I always thought it was like pretty pleasant.
Yeah, and I when I'm white, I play queen c2 against the Slav sometimes, and I get this position.
The main idea is to play bishop g2 castles, and then even e3 and queen e2.
Yeah, and black usually just plays super solid and so forth.
Hopefully white can try e4.
Mainly and so forth.
But it's double-edged.
Okay, we got Sharevich. Everybody plays the London every game.
All right. Good. See, now notice there's no e6, so knight d2 was played to avoid like queen b6, knight c6 stuff.
And time for black to think a long time.
Well, this is still like an early knight d2. Like c3, I think, is slightly more... Okay, but c3 will just transpose now. Yeah, the move order with the London is like really developed a lot over the last 5 years. A lot of little details. When to play knight d2, whether black plays e6 or not. Bishop g5, bishop f5, or bishop g4, bishop f5,
Yeah, and Sharevich played the London earlier against Krush, and you got nothing out of the opening. There aren't popular draw reps with d4. Less than with e4. E4 has a lot more. Yeah, e4's been worked out.
Yeah.
There's no moves in this game, and now we have moves. Okay, so Tatev is playing something she doesn't normally play. QGA, e3, a6.
Well, it's just technically a Vienna, right? Vienna, Queen's Gambit decline.
Does it wait for you?
All right.
Well, I mean, she hasn't played here, so I mean, this is just a QGA.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah.
But she could have played differently instead of a6. This will transpose.
Right, but e4 is the sharp line.
E4 would be.
She played here to make it.
Yeah,
that's like what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
a4. Wow. It's not what I would play, but all right, a4 is okay.
It doesn't make sense. Like in the Slav, when black plays c6, and then you play, you've done that in the Slav.
Yeah, I mean this pawn can be taken right away. It's okay.
But like I'm saying, in the Slav, black will have that position a tempo down. We'll play c6 and c5 to provoke a4. Is the entire point. So just playing c5 is a tempo up.
Yeah, I've played that. Oh yeah, I can't do it. I have to make a move. It's really weird. Okay. I've had black in the Slav in this position after a4,
and then e6,
and then I've played e6, which is not and then
c5 is exactly what I'm talking about.
Right, I've had this position with black, in the U.S. Championship.
But the way black justifies the loss of tempo is you had to play a4.
Right,
haha.
Yeah, right.
So to play a4 when it's not necessary is
a4.
Not logical.
A4 is weird, yeah. And then Tatev played b6.
Yeah, rather quickly.
It's
so
funny,
I guess it's theory.
She pre-moved b5, but then she stopped, and then she somehow got it back to b6.
Yeah.
All right, so this is an opening where I think neither player is going to be very comfortable. This isn't... Tatev never plays this way.
Right.
Okay, and then Ashritha versus Talia. Ready or not, here we come. C4 is explosive. All right, so Talia doesn't know anything about this.
Yeah, definitely a way to get black out of theory.
This is what Tatev did against Anna. The difference is
Black's playing differently.
Talia didn't think 45 minutes every move. Right.
Right, and faster.
Yeah. All right, let me go back to the game I'm interested in.
Oh, yeah, this is a line that I was looking up. Okay, castle's kind of early, huh? Usually not castles. Bishop e3 is by far the most common move.
As in Christensen, Sarah.
Oh, and he lost his queen?
Oh, yeah, he got beat.
I remember that.
It's too bad I'm not doing commentary with the Aster. I would be like, you ever seen this position before the Aster? Gotcha, bitch. Oh, snap.
That would be funny. Yeah. So she castled first. Yeah, I don't know any details after this.
Queen's
But I guess black will just not play queen b6 because you haven't played bishop e3 is the point.
Correct. All right, let's go back to the championship.
And took on c6.
This is Shanklin's game with Dominguez.
Early bishop d6, early check. But now they can transpose. But he took also.
Sam is playing for the smallest of advantages.
Yeah, this is like Magnus likes to play bishop b5 and take on c6.
Yep. Yeah, this game's almost certainly going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Both players want to draw. Sam will deny it, but.
Right.
And then, all right. So he played a3, which used to be the most common move. I don't know if it still is. And in this position, Fabi played the slightly unusual d6.
Yeah.
Right? And then knight f3 was played.
That is pretty unusual to see at a high level.
Yeah, d6 isn't the most common move.
I think I remember a game Magnus beat Rajabov with d6 after bishop c3, queen c3 there.
And he played rook e8. He's still in his prep. He wants to get e5 in at some point. So the question is, where's this bishop going to go? Fianchetto, or is he going to play e3? Is he going to play bishop g5 and then e3, etc.?
This is really your kind of situation here.
Yeah, I don't play a3, but I have played bishop g5, and the most common move is c5. But they've played d6 against me also. So yeah, it looks like Fabiano was ready for this variation. Maybe not for this game. Maybe he expected Wesley to play e4.
Right.
Wesley plays c4 also. I think when Wesley wants to win, he plays c4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when he's like, okay, I have to win.
Yeah, tough to know.
There's a fuchsia discussion about what color fuchsia is, and some are more purple than others.
Oh yeah, fuchsia is a plant.
Yeah, I don't play a3, so
right.
I've played every other move but a3. Every other legal move.
Right. Yeah. Maybe Wesley will think a little bit here. I'm sure he knows a lot, even in this sort of sideline, but got to think about it just in case.
All right, no move yet from Dominguez. Robson versus Jeffrey.
Whoa.
Okay, so they played the Moscow or something. Rossalimo. I don't know.
Yeah, e5's a move now. Sort of a modern move.
Castles, bishop d6.
Yeah.
So basically, if black played e5, bishop d6, and this was a kids tournament, you would bet on white.
Yeah.
You think like white knows how to play chess and black doesn't. Now, based on the results of this tournament, that may be the case. So I don't know.
C.L. Smith with a little Pokemon joke. That was good.
Yeah. Okay, so he played c3, a6. So Jeffrey's going his own way, Fleetwood Mac style. And he knows if he wants to fight for one of the top few spots, he really has to start winning since he has, half out of 3. It's not his tournament. So playing for a win with white and black. When is Naroditsky going to win the tourney? Well, there has to be a universe where he wins the tournament. Now, I said that Naroditsky had no chance to win the tournament before the event started. And then there's this math site that I saw on Twitter that does mathematical formulas showing what chances people have to win the tournament. And it said Naroditsky had 0.1%. I was like, God damn. Yeah. That's pretty mean.
Wait, this isn't a long setup for a joke?
No. It was 0.1%.
I believe it.
And I was like, did I make that line?
Most
people on the internet think Naroditsky's the favorite. And I said, why do you think Naroditsky's the favorite? And they said, well, because Naka and Gotham Chess aren't playing.
Right.
So that made sense.
Oh, blundered hope. That was a good Futurama quote there.
Soon enough. That's not soon enough.
When will we get the slurm?
Yeah.
Got to get that slurm.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what's happening in Burke-Bruzon, as expected.
It's an anti-Berlin. Yeah, now both sides can play for a win. That's kind of nice.
Boring. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little boring.
I don't think Burke can be beat, except for yesterday.
Right.
I haven't seen anyone predict Danya to win. Man, Lawful Waffle, you got to get out more. Everybody I talked to wants Danya to win. So, yeah. They said their chances were good. All those sites are all those stats are just ridiculous. Whenever you see any chess stat about anything, it's just nonsense. Okay. What's happening here? I don't understand chess anymore. Naroditsky Lenderman, E3, 92. So this is like a collie. Why isn't the bishop here? Did he forget?
Right.
Okay, take. So now we have a reversed...
Queen's Gambit exchange.
I mean, we have like a Carol Khan where White's
Right.
playing very passively because White didn't play bishop f4. And there are lines where Black plays queen c7 quickly to stop that. But usually we don't play here right away.
Now hold up a little. Could we go back to 92? I was just like thinking what the move order. There might be some trick with d takes c, like knight c6 dc. He might want.
Yeah.
Which is why Lenderman took first.
Then queen c7.
Queen c7, I don't understand specifically why that move. No, it doesn't look bad, but you know, why would you pick that move right now as opposed to knight c6 or bishop, white square bishop development?
That is a bit odd to play queen c7 there.
Maybe it was like knight c6 bishop b5, so he's waiting for bishop d3.
Probably, yeah. So this is just a reverse queen's gambit where Black is comfortable, but now White's comfortable, and White has an extra tempo. Yeah, and it's also an exchange Carol Khan where the bishop's on c1. So very timid play by Danya, and looks like Black's equalized.
I think he was hoping for some move order trick, but Lenderman played it so precise.
Yeah, Lenderman has more time than he started.
Yeah,
with.
Somehow he knew this particular move order.
He literally doesn't care. Yeah.
Like
this is the game where you thought White would win and I thought Black would win, so it's almost certainly going to be a draw.
Yeah. Anything can happen at this point, which is kind of nice.
You know, let me show you something I was thinking about. They interviewed, you weren't here, they interviewed, well, I can't remember his name, Schwiertz after the game.
I was here.
For the interview with him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting here eating Indian food.
Okay. So I think E2 actually loses. I just think this ending's lost.
Okay.
I think that what White did wasn't too stupid. Okay, and here's why. So Schwiertz was explaining the line that we were talking about, and then he said Danya thought like something really stupid that I had mentioned, which was with the bishop here and the pawn here and the king here, Danya thought g3 wins a pawn when it doesn't because he just moved the bishop.
Right.
Yeah, he said Danya thought that. That's why he didn't. That's why he played bishop d8.
Right.
Okay. But anyway, he was explaining what he was going to do. Well, you know, Yasser and Ashley had this thing in their head. They went to and
then the monkey with the symbols.
Yeah, what's going on? Okay, so here's what he was going to do, like in this particular.
Right.
Yeah, and then let's say Black goes back and forth.
Sure.
Okay, so he was going to make sure that e2, that you if you take the bishop, that a7 wins. So even like in the worst scenario where like I go here, you know,
this was my plan to play bishop b5 king f3. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and then he was trying to tell the plan, and like they couldn't understand what he was saying, and they kept playing the wrong moves, and I was choking on my rage. Okay, so then he said he was, so let's just whatever. Here, and then he was
just
like,
go back to e2.
Yeah, and he was,
or not.
Yeah, just he said, I just win, I win, I go win.
Yeah, that's winning.
Right, and so I don't know why we thought that e2 ever drew, because I don't think it does. I think if like e2 happens at some point, and even we get like the best possible position for Black, which is what we thought he should do. We thought that Black should just sack this
let's
pawn.
sack the pawn like when he can. Just sack it.
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. So So like in this position, this loses immediately to this.
We saw. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just give the pawn away.
That's what I'm saying.
And we were wondering. We thought maybe this was a draw, but it's not. I think it's just an easy win. When I say easy, obviously it's impossible.
Right.
So you play Black because I know the winning plan.
Okay. Bishop c7.
Okay. King e4.
Bishop f4.
Okay. And then bishop b5.
King b6.
And c4.
Bishop move that doesn't hang anything. Like, I guess d6.
Okay. And then here.
Back to f4.
Okay, and then here.
Well, now I guess I have to play king a7, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean it's just a win. Select the game.
I guess king b8.
Yeah, this is actually almost the game.
Right.
Oh.
Bishop c7 or something.
And or something.
And then back.
So here, and then I just push either one.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Either. Yeah, so I think it was just a straightforward win.
Maybe White was always winning.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's very difficult even for the engine.
Yeah. But I like the way that Danya didn't see after G3. That's why he did. That's why he put the bishop here.
Well, that was even what we were talking about. I was like, we should put the bishop back there.
Yeah.
But
so when he blundered, then C4 resigns. It doesn't. Man, it's not even a blunder because I think that this is just an easy win.
Right. He probably assumed correctly that losing the e-pawn does lose.
Yeah. Then you play bishop b5, c4, walk your king in, and the bishop has to babysit this pawn.
But this is good to remember that the two pawns here will win with extra pawns on the king
So let me
side.
tell you a key idea. Is in I'm just cheating a little here. Yeah. I'm gonna cheat some more. Yeah. So I think one of the key winning ideas is here it just says you go here and you resign. Yeah, harsh.
Because bishop c5, king d7. I don't know, king d5.
Yeah, because I can play c5 now no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what move you make. I play c5, not unless you hang your bishop.
All right.
You should go here. Oh, snap.
Oh, that's cool. But then wait.
No, then here.
King c6.
Yeah, but that's a good trick.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and then here.
I would totally do that.
Yeah, so White was just always winning. The super engines were like White's completely winning.
Yeah.
But this stupid engine here was like, I don't know, 50-50. Okay, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Interesting stuff.
They're broadcasting on Chess.com events and have 28 viewers. Good.
That's pretty good. That's like how many I get. About 28.
Yep. I have no comment. Okay. Man, look how terrible Fabi's playing.
16%.
Terrible.
It's like still theory.
Right. Okay, so he played b4. So
After
this is
a long thing.
So this is actually a real game. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's very strange.
Like I said, Wesley's trying to play.
I've never seen Wesley try to play.
But also, so is Fabi a little bit. Because there's more solid Nimzo lines you can play.
I've seen Fabi try to play.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get back to Dominguez and Shankly. Take c5.
See, that's the most solid way to play. Huh?
The engine says this is a blunder because of queen here.
Oh.
And then, you were just winning a pawn, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I think black's already lost.
Why can't you defend it enough?
I can attack it again.
I need another tempo, yeah.
Yeah. So
he castled, though, instead. Did he?
White castled, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, queen a3 attacks the pawn, and then if knight d7, rook c1, or knight b3, or anything.
But he could sack a pawn, bishop a6, and keep the king in the center. That must be what they were thinking.
How are you sacking a pawn?
Just bishop a6 eventually.
Oh, I thought there was a bishop here. That's insane. Yeah.
So, like, some move or bishop a6 now. Yeah, they saw this.
But you got to keep your queen on this.
Oh, because there's knight d4 coming, too.
No, this is bad for black. But maybe... Well, first of all, Shanklin has more time than he started with.
Okay.
So that's confusing me. But I'm guessing Shanklin thought bishop a6 is coming, so he castled.
Right.
But that's, usually he would analyze...
Some forcing variations,
this queen a3 move is a common idea in the Queen's Gambit decline Tartakov or Makagandov.
That's true.
Where they have the hanging pawns and they play queen a3.
Like Fischer Spassky. That's the most recent game.
And Fischer won a nice game with black in that line where black played bishop e6. Maybe he won with white. Okay, now the engine says queen a6 equalizes. Wow.
So it's still prep, huh?
Yeah, I think they just know the position.
Yeah. I mean, if he's playing this fast, he would stop and think.
That is an interesting move.
Queen a6 is crazy.
Yeah, because you don't want to play You don't want to play pawn takes, queen takes, pawn takes.
Right.
So queen takes looks crazy.
You just move the bishop and play rook c8.
Rook b8. Yeah,
Also
this
rook
looks
b8,
crazy.
yeah.
So this is the way you try to get an advantage. And then the engine says there's no advantage. Rook here and knight here, and okay, there's no advantage for white. So they already knew the position.
Yeah.
So he castled. No blundering for anybody.
Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, when Shanklin has more time than he started with, that means he still knows the position.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shanklin doesn't like bluff, preparation.
Mm-hmm. Unlike me, I bluff.
Oh, so they were following Karyak and Alexeyev.
Wesley and Fabi.
I believe it.
Prior to b4.
Yeah, it's not really very theoretical. D6 is unusual. Probably even rook e8 is not the most common move.
Yeah. Well, after b4, Fabi's out of his prep, obviously. And he's thinking forever.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Both of these players are so extremely well prepared. It's interesting to see them out of theory on move 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he played a move after some thought.
a5 is good. Agreed.
Definitely not as prep, but still he played it a little bit fast because it's move 8.
Mm-hmm.
If he had 20 moves of theory, he would have thought for 20 minutes, but instead he thought, for 10 minutes or so.
Dun, dun, dun.
A5 seems like a smart idea. Now maybe develop the dark square bishop, or you don't have to worry about AB because the rook on A1 is defended by the queen.
This is my favorite line, is if here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking at a lot of different engine lines.
Yeah.
b5.
Typical break, right?
Mm-hmm.
Typical break, yeah.
And then after takes, we just have compensation.
Yeah, knight d7 to b6.
Yeah, here, and, there's compensation because
totally,
structure's so stupid.
This happens all the time.
Why are you so stupid? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engine says equal.
The white squares are really nice.
It's funny, white has 2 bishops and an extra pawn, but black has the vatals. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think Fabi is better than Magnuson?
Well, opening preparation.
Nothing? Oh, I thought he meant like just in life.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe he's younger. Yeah, I guess nothing. Yeah, he's obviously has better opening prep than Magnus. But yeah.
Probably about it,
Yeah. Got cool glasses.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
All right, so none of that's going to happen unless it does.
Yeah.
All right, and then big thing from
Nothing
Dominguez.
there. Okay, yeah, this I want to
This is the
at.
Fox News game. Bishop a4, bishop c2.
Uh-huh.
This is funny. This is like, I've had these positions with black when I play like knight c6, bishop b5, e6, but with the pawn on e6. And then I play e5 sometimes.
Right.
So I'm like a tempo down, but this is weird. But I have this structure.
And also d4 right now or in the next couple moves is like pretty critical, where you don't have to deal with that.
Well, he played a4, so that's always
Also
the move I don't
true,
like. And then b4.
But then still d4 maybe. But he plays rook e1 first. But he will play d4. I mean,
maybe.
You kind of have to.
Could play d3 and just, play positionally. I think rook e1 is just to make sure d5 never happens, which it might anyway. But yeah, you're right. d4 could happen as well.
Because, black weakened the d-file. So you open up the d-file usually. It's typical.
I mean, Jeffrey's like just out of prep now. Like this is all prep until rook e1 because you see the time usage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he's just going crazy this game because he has half out of 3.
Right.
So
might as well try to win some games.
So he's just like, let's make the game a mess, and Ray's going to get in time trouble and so forth. The question is, at what point does somebody like Jeffrey, who's only 20, 21, at what point do they lose their confidence or they never do? I mean, like, if I'm playing in a tournament and I'm like an average player, like he's sort of in the middle by rating, and then I have half out of 3, truth hurts. Like, a lot of the people that are watching don't understand the psychology of the top players. I mean, they're little babies inside. And when they have 0 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, they're different people. So if Jeffrey was 3-0 now, I think he would play differently than if he has, half out of 3. Because it's just, you don't get easy pairings. You play Wesley, and you play Fabi, and you play Shanklin, and you play Dominguez, and you play Robson. And Naroditsky, Lenderman. It's not like, oh, now it's an easy game. All the games are tough. So if you're doing badly, then people, get you on the Periscope and they're like, aha, him. That's the only guy I can beat this tournament. I can't beat Fabi and Wesley and Dominguez and Shanklin because they never lose. Got to beat somebody. So yeah, when you're having a bad tournament and people try to beat you and they're white, then it's annoying. You want to be the one who's the boss, Kasparov and Magnus and such, Fischer, and so on.
Mainly and so on.
And obviously, you could argue it's worse for the women for several reasons. And one of them is the women are lower rated, so a lot of the tournaments they play in aren't round robins of the strongest players.
Yeah.
They're playing in tournaments I play in, like the World Open and the National Open and that kind of thing. And if you lose, you play somebody easier. But in the women's, if you lose, you play Crush. Then if you lose, you play Yip. And then if you lose, you play Zatonsky. So you're not, there's not like, haha, now I play a 2000. So for the women, if they're half out of 3 or 0-3, then they're like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Because if I was 0-3 in the National Open, I would win my next 4 games by beating Rufus and Doofus. And there's no Rufus and Doofus in these tournaments.
Yeah, and for somebody like the top players, like Fabi, if he's having a bad tournament, I mean, he knows he's one of the best humans of all time at the game. So I'm pretty sure he's not, too shook about it.
Yeah, he'll just be like, I'll win 4 games in a row.
Yeah,
I'm Fabi.
He won 7 games in a row in the Sinkfield Cup against all the best players in the world over and over again. So he knows that he's the man.
Sometimes the domino effect, Jeffrey might just start losing. But
right,
Jeffrey probably doesn't have half out of 3 very often.
No way. I can't imagine him. It has to be a tournament like this.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Does Lenderman have more expectations than Danya? I'm sure before the event started, they would both be very happy with 50%. And they're not going to get it.
Well, maybe.
All right. What's happening here in Sevi and Schwiertz? So this is a bishop f4 QGD. And then they traded everything here.
Yeah, trading knights is smart for black there. Because otherwise, it's a better version of a Queen's Gambit exchange.
I remember a while ago, Sevian just played e4 and played for mate every game. Now he plays c4 and d4 too. Crazy. Sevian used to like to attack and play very aggressive. So white might play a3 here to stop bishop.
I was just thinking, bishop
d4
d3,
check.
Bishop b4 check, knight d2, c5 maybe?
Yeah. You could also move your king, play king e2, and then kick the bishop away and put the rook on c1 and with the king back.
King e2, b6?
No, bishop's on d3. I'm saying bishop d3 here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he could move his bishop and then pin his own knight, or move his bishop and move
King
his
e2.
king.
Or just play a3.
Or play a3, yeah. So that's why he's thinking forever. Yeah, I think Schwiertz still knows this position.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to play a3 if you don't have... You could also play some rando move, like rook c1. Bishop b4, knight d2, and a3, b4.
Yeah.
So he's got options. But it looks like it'll be a pretty boring position once white gets castled.
Yeah, he had to do some prep with his second this morning, and he said, what are my options? And he said, well, you can go to sleep or wake up.
I guess I'll wake up.
Yeah, that's right. No ethnic food. Get those donuts out of here. Okay, so Lenderman playing fast for no reason, as per usual. Bordorf subscribed. Good. Which Sam is going to win the tournament? Neither one.
But, if you made me pick, I'd pick Shanklin.
And Sevian has more points.
Yeah, still.
Harsh. Okay, queen a4. Very aggressive. Bishop d7. Queen d1. Bishop g4 draw. No. Queen c2. Rook c8.
Because knight b4 is threatened.
Yeah, after rook c8, black wants to play here. So queen d1's the engine move. Always retreat. And he played a3.
Well, wouldn't play queen d1. His last move was queen c2.
Right. Yeah, so now the engine wants to play e5.
Oh, yeah.
Which I agree with.
Totally.
I agree.
Totally e5.
Yeah, I mean, you have a chance to play e5, so you might as well play it.
There's no easy answer for white. I mean, I'd probably play de and then bishop e2 or something. But I don't really love that.
The engine was thinking after it takes you castle and give up his two bishops.
Yeah.
But maybe because you have this open e file.
And then he was isolated d-pawn, and he got compensation for the bishop pair.
Who's the oldest player in the tournament? Let's see, in the championship. I guess it's Dominguez.
That's what I was thinking, Dominguez.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about
Bruzon and Dominguez might be about the same age.
They're all pretty young in this tournament, huh?
Yeah, I think Bruzon and Dominguez are both between 35 and 40.
Yeah.
Maybe Bruzon is older. Yeah. Bruzon looks older. God damn. Do you think Ding can be the world champion in the future? No.
I think he could, but he won't.
Yeah, I could, but no. No.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be the world champion ever. It's always the
Right.
safe answer. All right, let's look at the women's.
So it was Queen D4 to
Bishop
A4.
E3 eventually. Take. Knight takes D4. Knight E7. Check. Knight C6.
Okay. This is pretty ambitious play by Black. Because if she develops her dark square bishop and castles, you're really happy to have Black here. It's the best French ever.
Yeah, and White has to attack.
Like C4 or something.
Pressure. Yeah,
Something
like
like that.
G4 is one of the engine
Yeah,
moves.
yeah, you gotta
But
play crazy here.
Like Rook D1 C4 is an idea. And then there's
Mm-hmm.
F4 G4, which I don't believe in.
C4 is definitely more natural here.
Yeah, I think after C4 D4 is probably okay. So that's why Rook D1 first.
C4, D4, Rook D1 then, I thought. But maybe Bishop C5.
Then
or something.
Queen B6 maybe.
Oh, Queen B6.
Oh, I can take this. The knight's pinned.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
I
has
forgot
to
the
be
knight
Bishop
was
C5.
pinned. Let me see here if this is playable for anybody. Wow, Bishop C5, Black's winning. What?
I thought maybe like B4 here.
Yeah,
Interesting.
why would Black be winning ever?
Yeah. Is B4 a move?
Wow, after B4, it's playing Queen H4, threatening to take on E3.
Well, I'm never going to see Queen H4.
Take on E3. Well, you're just unpinning. Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of interesting moves here. Bishop F3? Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Just Rook C8, I guess.
I just take and move my king.
Wow.
And then
I can't take the bishop?
Mm-hmm.
How's the computer?
Oh, wow, look at this move. You ready?
Okay.
Bam! Oh, snap.
Missed that one.
Yeah. I wouldn't even think of it. I'll look it over
Forgot
here.
about that, yeah.
I was just wondering if E2 was good. Also,
Probably,
E2
yeah,
is
yeah.
good.
E2
yeah,
looks good,
E2
yeah.
is good, but yeah, that's funny. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's all theory.
Yeah, I'm never going to out-tactic the computer there. It's always going to
No, this is why I think Carissa's the favorite this event, because she's good at that.
There it
she
is.
She played C4. There it is.
is.
No, I mean, D4's forced. I think otherwise White's better.
But there's a lot of options.
If
after
you don't play
D4.
D4, I think you're just admitting White's better. If you play D4, you're hoping that the tactics work in your favor, so you'll have to calculate for 3 hours now.
C4, D4 is a theoretical position where Black is already equal? What? Is that true?
Probably.
It could be. It could still be theory. But I don't think the players seem to know it.
No, not with that time usage.
Yeah.
100 cents a deuce, farty party. We're flying back from Vegas Halloween because we have to get back to get kids and stuff. So yeah, we have nothing special planned. But we'll be in Vegas on the morning of Halloween. Then in the afternoon we'll be back here. Yeah, D4 I think is forced. After like anything else, I think White's just better. After this, I don't know who's better.
Oh, this is apparently in Erwin Lami's Carol Khan course on Chessable, which I know of. Of course, I haven't purchased it, but yeah, I know of it. So I'll believe it. Yeah, it seems like he would recommend C5 on move 5 there. That's got to be the way that he would play.
In this position.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I don't know the theory very well with castling on move 6 for White.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll believe it. I mean, I heard all those courses are pretty good.
Wow, look at Pakidze. She doesn't want to draw today. Take here.
Uh-huh.
G4.
Yeah.
Finally.
I've even had, like, again with Queen C2, a similar position with
Wow.
G3.
Yeah, the engine says thanks, and then White just plays Rook G1 and develops and gets an attack.
It's like the Shabalov, Shirov, Slav, semi-Slav.
And you can see that Nazi's still in her prep.
Yeah, totally.
And then Sabina played C5.
Oh, Katerina, yeah.
Oh, Katerina. That's right, sorry. And then G5. Still theory or
Wow.
something.
Is CD a move or too
CD
crazy?
is the best move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most logical.
Mm-hmm. It's a very CD move.
But yeah, if you don't have this prepared, you're scared about everything now.
Yeah, obviously, Nemtsova's out of her prep.
Yeah, she's half an hour behind her.
Uh-huh. Well, Nazi got it in the opening. I'm not saying she's better or winning. She just knows the opening and her opponent doesn't.
Yeah. So she didn't play CD because it's too scary?
Maybe.
Oh, probably some variation looked bad for
So
her.
DC5 is the best, because then we either ruin black's pawn structure or win a pawn.
Right. Bishop
Or
B7.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can try to take back.
Yeah, this is triple-edged.
Yeah, this is very complicated. You know, it kind of in a lot of ways reminds me of like a Sicilian, where black's playing all on the queen side and white plays G4, G5, and is ahead in development. It's kind of crazy like that.
Wow, she took pretty quickly.
Just banged it out.
Pretty quickly. C4's the engine move.
Wow. But so queen takes its E4, I guess.
Yeah. This is still her prop.
Right.
If you take this way, which is a mistake,
Uh-huh.
the problem with taking back is queen C3 is annoying.
Oh.
So you have to always play bishop
I was
F8.
looking at that, yeah, but it's not
Probably
great.
you don't want to have black in this position. There's no development.
Just
for
assume
black.
it's losing.
Yeah, it's terrible.
There's no compensation at all.
So and if you play queen takes, then I play E4. Yeah. So they're recommending C4 first.
Well, after knight takes.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
C4.
Oh, interesting.
Then okay, but we'll keep our queen on E4, like queen C2 or something. But then there's might be bishop B4 check sometimes.
Yeah, now I could take with the pawn. You can't do any of that.
Oh yeah,
you can't do any of that
take it
stuff.
to pawn.
Right, yeah, then black's better.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So you play queen E3 to stop pawn takes.
Right, but now queen takes. There's
But
no
then
E4.
bishop G2, so watch it.
Well,
Watch it.
I can handle that. Bishop B7 and queen D7. But then there might be D5 or something. Right, bishop B7, knight H4, queen D7.
I mean, if you don't know the position,
This is really
It's
scary.
scary to have black here,
This
and
is really
your
scary.
pieces are all here, and your opponent's playing instantly. You might think you're losing, but you're not. Black is fine here. So that's why C4 is best.
Yeah, really tough. But she could figure all that out, yes. Definitely.
It is explosive. Just remember, if you don't know what to do, think what rule you can follow.
Yeah.
And C4 is the only rule. So yeah. So there you go.
Best Robert Mitchum movie. I don't know much about.
I said Cape Fear. They ask the same questions every stream.
But he is quiz head. So.
Brain dead, you know. Yeah. All right.
Maybe I'll get some more Perrier, huh?
Good. I have enough.
Okay.
You left enough. Ace in the corner. All right. All right. Spencer's gonna like this position. It's Sharevich versus Tokirinova. Knight H5. Usually, when they play Bishop E7, then they want to play Knight H5, so you get lift. And then just did this G6.
Well, hold on a minute. I know this line, but I thought they would throw in CD before knight H5. That was like super popular. It would be CD, ED, knight H5.
Right. Yep.
But now it's without C takes D. Pretty weird.
DC. All right, and here we are.
All right, this is the one thing that black allowed was D takes C.
If this pawn was here, it'd be a reverse Slav. But it's not here, so that's an advantage for black not to have that there.
That's what, what's her name would play, because she did it.
Yeah.
Who was that? I already forgot.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't Nazi.
No.
It wasn't Shatansky. Foysor. It was Foysor.
It was Foysor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fion Cheetos. Unless you're referring to my dad's hairstyle. C4, definitely the move. Because F6 weakens the light squares. So let's open it up on those light squares.
If you want a good example of white winning in this Slav with knight H4 and this kind of variation, one of my favorite games is from 1988. Yusupov versus Elvest. They played a candidates match, and I think it was the first game of the match. And Yusupov had white and a Slav, and he played that h4, and very similar to what Black did, but with colors reversed. And then Yusupov won a nice game.
Yeah, Yusupov was pretty good.
All right, let's see what we got here. B6 from Tatev.
Where's Scottish Demon go for that?
Castles. D1. Developing their pieces harmoniously. Terrible. I've never been so angry. And white is tiny little better.
I don't know, it seems like Black is just very equal.
Yeah.
You know, Queen E7 and C5 should equalize. Unless white can play like E4 and D5 or something like that. Something like that. But I don't know. If white does get that in and gets a lot of space and gets the dark square bishop out, it could be slightly better. The engine plays bishop D3 already. So the idea is that bishop D3 threatens E4.
Yeah, the problem that Black has, if Black ever plays C5, white's going to play knight A2. And then Black has to go back here, and then, they're both stupid. So, but that's risky for Black. So Black has to be careful before she plays this. She might even retreat her bishop first. She might even play for E5, like bishop here, queen here, E5, instead of C5, just so the bishop doesn't get trapped.
Yeah, but if she ever moves her bishop, then E4 is guaranteed.
Right.
So
yeah, so Black has some
it's
problems
tough.
still to solve.
It's tough,
but not on the clock.
Right.
These ratings are FIDE, obviously.
Frankly.
Yeah, chess.com ratings aren't even ratings.
And these people would all be much higher rated.
Yeah, they wouldn't care about that. They literally wouldn't care. Okay, so Talia plays like me, I guess because I taught her. She plays
sort
this,
of a Grunfeld,
plays this, then she plays A5, A4. This is like what I would play.
Yeah.
Didn't say it was good. Okay, so that's really weird to me. Queen C2, and then D4, and then allowing that. That's
yeah,
very strange.
What's that about? Because bishop E4 is a great idea.
That's just very
for
strange.
Black.
I think she forgot about bishop F5. I don't know why. Because bishop F5 here, I can play D3. Yeah, so here, white just lost the tempo.
And usually white plays D4 in response to Black moving the knight to avoid the bishop trade. She just played D4 for no reason, I guess. Or at least I couldn't figure out why. But maybe it was knight. She wanted to play knight C3, but she didn't like Black playing D4.
I mean, Black has no problem here.
Black's already like better.
I would take Black. The engine says it's equal, but I would rather have Black. Yeah. Okay, and they traded. Always
trade the rooks and knight E4. That's got to be an idea.
Yeah, this
or
is,
even bishop E4, but
this is perfectly pleasant. Yeah.
Right, it could be USCF. That's true.
No, it's FIDE.
But it's FIDE, right?
All right, back to the championship. He didn't play E5. Lenderman played bishop G4. And then queen A4.
Okay.
Okay, I don't really get that.
I don't understand bishop G4 either.
He just wants to play E6 and develop.
Okay.
And he wants to trade off the white square bishop.
I can see, I can see that.
Yeah.
But now he wants knight E5. So he's stopping Black from doing that kind of.
Yeah, I think queen A4, I think the way white's playing this game shows they need a different wild card next year.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Tough but fair.
No, but this isn't how, Wesley or Fabi or Dominguez would play with white. Their queen every move. A3, what?
Clearly is accepting a repetition, or he'll do something.
I mean, Black's not worse here. White's not getting any opening advantage at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't incisive play. I'm just saying that because I said Lenderman would win the game. All right. It all happened. It happened.
Oh.
And he played knight BD7 like you said. No.
Yeah.
So Wesley's up a pawn and has two bishops, but his pawn structure is frankly ridiculous. And he's got to, get all this stuff going. So black doesn't have any problem here. Just equal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Daniel's more popular because the internet. That's correct. All right, white's playing for the smallest of advantages. Very small. Yeah, this b5 move is an idea. In other positions in the queen c2 Nimzo and other pawn sacrifices, even in this position,
Yeah.
you could play b5.
Early b5, yeah.
So yeah, very good play. He's dominating the white squares. He has a better pawn structure. This bishop is shallow and pedantic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just blocked. It's blocked by everything. This bishop is going to be great no matter where it goes. Black can easily challenge on the a file.
Yeah.
The knights are controlling these squares. Having said that, white has two bishops and is up a pawn. So, equal.
Yeah, I would, be pretty comfortable with black here.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I wouldn't cry about having white either.